Exodus chapter 16. Then they journeyed from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came to the wilderness of Sin, between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second moon, after they had departed from the land of Egypt. And the whole congregation of the children of Israel murmured against Moshe and Aaron in the wilderness. And the children of Israel said to them,
"If only we had died by Yahweh's hand in Egypt! There we sat around pots of meat and ate all the food we wanted, but you have brought us into this wilderness to starve the entire congregation to death!"
Then Yahweh said to Moshe,
I will rain bread from heaven for you. The people are to go out and gather enough for each day, in order that I may test them, to see whether they will walk in my law or not. On the 6th day they shall prepare what they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather on the previous days.
And Moshe and Aaron said to all the children of Israel,
At evening, then you shall know that Yahweh has brought you out of the land of Egypt. And in the morning you will see the glory of Yahweh, for he hears your murmurings against him. But who are we that you should murmur against us?
Moshe also said,
You will know that it was Yahweh, when he gives you meat to eat in the evening, and all the bread you want in the morning. For Yahweh hears your murmurings which you make against him. But what are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but against Yahweh.
Then Moshe spoke to Aaron,
Say to all the congregation of the children of Israel, Come before Yahweh, for he has heard your murmurings.
And as Aaron spoke to the whole congregation of the children of Israel, they looked toward the wilderness, and behold, the glory of Yahweh appeared in a cloud. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying,
I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel. Speak to them, saying, Between the 2 evenings you shall eat meat, and in the morning you shall be filled with bread. Then you will know that I am Yahweh, your Father.
And so it was, at evening, that quail came and covered the camp, and in the morning there was a layer of dew around the camp. And when the dew was gone, thin flakes, like frost, appeared on the ground. When the children of Israel saw it, they said to one another,
Manna? What is it?
For they did not know what it was. So Moshe said to them,
This is the bread Yahweh has given you to eat. This is the thing which Yahweh has commanded. Each one is to gather as much as he needs. Take an omer for each person you have in your tent.
And the children of Israel did as they were commanded. Some gathered much, others gathered little. And when they measured it by the omer, he who gathered much did not have too much, and he who gathered little did not have too little. Each one gathered as much as he needed. And Moshe said,
No one is to keep any of it until morning.
Notwithstanding, they did not listen to Moshe, but some of them left part of it until morning, and it bred worms and stank. And Moshe was angry with them. So each morning they gathered it, every man according to his needs. And when the sun grew hot, it melted away. And on the 6th day, they gathered twice as much bread, 2 omers for each person. And the rulers of the congregation came and told Moshe. Then he said to them,
This is what Yahweh has commanded. Tomorrow is to be a day of rest, a holy Sabbath to Yahweh. So bake what you will bake today, and boil what you will boil, and save what is left over, and keep it until morning.
So they saved it until morning, as Moshe commanded, and it did not stink, nor were there any worms in it. Then Moshe said,
Eat it today, because today is a Sabbath to Yahweh. Today you will not find it on the ground. 6 days you shall gather it, but on the 7th day, the Sabbath, there will be none.
Nevertheless, some of the people went out on the 7th day to gather it, but they found none. Then Yahweh said to Moshe,
How long will you refuse to keep my commandments and my laws? Behold, Yahweh has given you the Sabbath. That is why, on the 6th day, he gives you bread for 2 days. Let every man remain in his place. Let no man go out of his place on the 7th day.
So the people rested on the 7th day, and the house of Israel called the bread manna, meaning, what is it? It was like white coriander seed, and the taste of it was like wafers made with honey. And Moshe said,
This is what Yahweh has commanded. Take an omer of manna and keep it for the generations to come, so they can see the bread I gave you to eat in the wilderness when I brought you out of Egypt.
And Moshe directed Aaron, saying,
Take a pot and put a full omer of manna in it, and keep it in front of Yahweh, to be kept for your generations.
As Yahweh commanded Moshe, so Aaron put the manna in front of the testimony, that it might be kept. The children of Israel ate manna 40 years, until they came to an inhabited land. They ate manna until they came to the border of the land of Canaan. An omer is 1/10 of an ephah,